If you look at Kaliningrad, at its, you can argue back and forth, but it's about 47 miles wide, surrounded by NATO on all sides. There's absolutely no reason why that A2AD bubble, to deter Russia, we cannot take that down from the ground in a time frame that is unheard of and faster than we've ever been able to do.
That guy's career, that guy's background is all airborne. So I think of Market Garden the moment I hear him say that. We could just take it in a moment or two. And I got news for him. It's not just surrounded by Lithuania and Poland and the corridor that goes through Lithuania, highway and rail, that is under an agreement with the Russians for use. It's also got the Baltic. And the Baltic does not belong to you. And the Baltic is a serious piece of water that the Russians will fight you to the death over. So you're just as stupid as that general who in Pristina, Kosovo, under Wes Clark's guidance at the time, said he wasn't going to let the Russians land. And then the British general in charge overall in Pristina said, are you kidding me? You're not about to do that and start World War III. Well, Donahue, you're about to start World War III.
Did you notice he said on the ground? He's talking about American boots on the ground and some sort of rapid movement that he says they've rehearsed and planned for.
Well,
did you know, does the public know that American troops in Europe have rehearsed and planned for a ground invasion of Russia?
He's probably talking about a massive airborne invasion too, because that's where he comes from. 18th Airborne Commander and so forth, Special Operations Forces. Judge, we did this to ourselves. We did this to ourselves. We reached in and began to promote special operators just as if they were all part of the same military. And we put stars on people that should never have had stars on their shoulders. This is the man totally responsible in many respects for the abysmal departure from Afghanistan and all the deaths that occurred. This is the man, and there's no accountability for him. Just like all these other generals who fail again and again and again, there's no accountability.
How much longer do you think President Trump, because the legislation signed in the Biden era is for the aid to Ukraine subject to the president, how much longer do you think President Trump will continue to supply Ukraine? He seems to be supplying it now at the same or greater rate than President Biden was.
I can't distinguish whether the rates are different or not, but I can distinguish the fact that what's happening on the battlefield is in the next 7 weeks or so, the Ukrainian military is going to be utterly and completely destroyed, which is the objective of the special military operation. My question is, where do we go from there? What does Donald Trump do when Zelensky's been assassinated or has disappeared with his billions, or some other untoward event has happened with regard to the political situation in Kyiv and Ukraine in general, and the Russians are totally triumphant, and if they wanted to, could take the whole damn country? What are we going to do then?
Is Ukraine lost already?
Yes. Yes.
You don't hesitate for a moment in answering that.
Not at all. Not at all.